Thanks to a special event, one single Bitcoin in your portfolio could soon make you a millionaire. In fact, if you run the numbers, you'll see that Bitcoin $1 million is actually a mathematical certainty. I know it sounds improbable now, but here's the thing. Bitcoin is still in its infancy. Only 1 out of every 28,000 people own a single Bitcoin. But as more and more people start to understand how big this is, the profits will be gargantuan. Experts like Jeremy Liu, billionaire investor in Snapchat, say Bitcoin will go to at least $500,000. PayPal board member Wences Casares confirms that there is a higher than 50% chance that a Bitcoin is worth more than $1 million. The biggest mistake is not to own any Bitcoin, he says. Even Bill Gates recently declared Bitcoin as better than currency. In short, we're looking at one of the most unique and rare money-making opportunities in history. The only problem is, most people don't understand how to buy Bitcoins, and they certainly don't know how to purchase new digital currencies like Ethereum, which has gone up 3,000% in 6 months. Today, I want to show you how to do it. I'll reveal how a single Bitcoin could make you a millionaire. As Chandler Go, famed angel investor, says, one is enough when Bitcoin becomes $1 million. But today, I'll also show you the new digital currencies that can turn as little as just $10 into tens of thousands of dollars in the blink of an eye. Consider, this year alone that we saw gains of 5,248% in No Limit Coin in just 6 days, 8,294% in Quark, 8,313% in Mediterranean Coin, 11,328% in Decred coins, and 13,595% in Fastcoin. Tiny new digital currencies are offering profits even faster than Bitcoin is. Now, to be clear, you don't need to be a computer whiz for this. You don't need to know every detail about how digital currencies work. And you don't have to start actually shopping with Bitcoin or anything like that. Rather, you only need someone with a little know-how to show you how to set yourself up for the biggest profit ride of your life. I've personally made more than 600% in one digital currency, more than 1,981% in a second, and more than 3,500% in another. And I expect to make a whole lot more. As Business Insider CEO Henry Blodgett recently stated, there is infinite upside. Digital currencies are the one place in markets where you can start with $100 or even $10 and turn it into real money fast. I've seen stories of everyday people like Chris Hansen, who turned $27 into more than $886,000, and Marcus Andrews, who started with $300 and ended up with $80,000. But here's where it gets truly exciting. Bitcoin is set to undergo a change that could instantly accelerate the profits for all digital currencies. The gains will be out of this world, but only those who recognize the opportunity right now will see the fast profits. So if you're the type who is paralyzed by anything new, or you're the kind of person who always waits until the party is over to get in, then you may want to sit this one out too. But if you follow the evidence I'll lay out in the next few minutes, I think you'll see that Bitcoin and other digital currencies are on the verge of creating new millionaires all over the world. If you hesitate, you risk missing the greatest wealth opportunity of a generation. My name, by the way, is Adam Sharp. I'm the co-founder of Early Investing, a business my partner and I created to help everyday people understand and profit from the most exciting new investments on the market. A lot of people out there are told that the only recipe for growing their wealth is to buy blue chips or index funds, and then wait 30 years for your money to slowly grow. And while that's all well and good for some, I'm living proof that you can increase your wealth much faster. The key is identifying explosive opportunities in the fastest growth areas outside of the stock market. I've been up more than 50 times my money in private placement deals, and I've already made a small fortune in digital currencies. For example, I got in on one called Ant Shares earlier this year. At the time, it was trading for just $1.50, but I watched it climb to $10.71 in less than a month. And I bought Ethereum at $9.70 in November 2016 before it rocketed to $355. I was up 3,559%, And I recently obtained 27,000 coins in a tiny digital currency for just 18.5 cents each. The value of my position has since increased as much as 1,981%. I cashed out 12,000 coins at $3.50, but still hold the rest, nearly $100,000 in total. A lot of people out there talking about Bitcoin and digital currencies don't truly understand them, but I've lived it. I've made a great deal of money from it, but there's so much more to make going forward, we haven't even scratched the surface. You should look at putting a small amount of money in Bitcoin. Just one coin could one day be worth more than $1 million. But there are also now dozens of small digital currencies trading for just a few cents that are moving up dramatically over very short periods, like Ash. It traded for just 2 cents a coin, then it shot up to $1.15. $100 turned into $5,750. Or No Limit Coin. It jumped 5,248% in 6 days, from June 14th to June 20th. Every $100 turned into $5,348. Or Mediterranean Coin. Between March 4th and June 30th, it was up 8,313%. Imagine collecting 83 times your money in just 3 months. It all boils down to this. Bitcoin has created a whole new market that's only going to grow from here. A single coin purchased today could go as high as $1 million. So if you want to just buy one Bitcoin and hang on to it, there's a very real possibility you'll end up a millionaire. I'll show you how you can do that today. But if you're interested in getting in on ultra-cheap digital currencies that have even more upside potential, the profit opportunities are endless. With most of these digital currencies, you can get in for just a few pennies. Yet they have the potential to rise to $10, $50, or even $1,000 per coin. The upswings are happening so fast, we can hardly keep up. In just 1 week in June, 23 separate digital currencies rose more than 100%. Let me repeat, 23 currencies doubled in 1 week. By comparison, the S&P 500 hasn't had a single stock double this entire year. So far, the best performing S&P stock in 2017 is Vertex Pharmaceuticals, up only 75%. So why is this happening? Why are digital currencies rocketing higher? Let me explain. The number one objection I hear when I talk about Bitcoin is that it has no real value. Because it's a digital currency, some people believe it's less valuable than physical currency. I can understand the criticism. You can't hold a Bitcoin in your hand, and most people haven't owned or transacted in Bitcoin yet. It's new and misunderstood, and people are always skeptical about new innovations. Look at what happened when the internet was first introduced. Magazines like Newsweek declared it nothing more than a bunch of hype. They made spectacularly wrong predictions like, no online database will replace your daily newspaper. One day, we'll look back at the doubters of Bitcoin and ask, how could they have been so blind? Because those who today believe Bitcoin is just a fad haven't really studied the situation closely enough. It's actually one of the most important inventions ever created, and it has real value. Most importantly, Bitcoin and other digital currencies cannot be controlled by reckless governments and banks. Think about the dollars in your pocket. The government prints as many as it wants, whenever it wants, always decreasing the value of your money. It's the reason the dollar has lost 97% of its value since 1913. By comparison, digital currencies like Bitcoin have a strict limit on creation of new coins, so they actually go up in value. Take a look at this chart of digital currency prices. It's going in the exact opposite direction of dollars. Wouldn't it be nice if the dollars in your pocket or your bank actually went up in value? With digital currencies, that actually happens. Bitcoin can also be much cheaper in terms of transaction costs. Try to move as little as $10,000 in cash, and you'll encounter all kinds of fees, laws, and roadblocks in your way. But Bitcoin can be easily transferred in seconds. Microsoft founder Bill Gates summed it up nicely. Bitcoin is exciting because it shows how cheap money can be, he said during a Bloomberg TV interview. Bitcoin is better than currency. For large transactions, currency can get pretty inconvenient. And Fidelity's CEO told the Wall Street Journal that Bitcoin is a more efficient way to settle transactions. The smartest minds know that it's a better way of doing business. And the excitement surrounding digital currencies right now is only getting bigger. Just look at this chart showing the number of Bitcoin transactions taking place across the globe. It's going straight up. The United States is leading the way. We have the most Bitcoin ATMs and the highest number of users. But worldwide, it's growing spectacularly fast. Japan just passed legislation declaring Bitcoin as legal tender. South Korea is now one of the largest Bitcoin exchange markets. And China has become one of the largest hubs for cryptocurrency. Denmark, ranked 6th in Forbes' 100 Best Countries for Business, recently declared that it wants to go 100% digital currency. Other countries seeing massive growth in Bitcoin usage include Sweden, Finland, Canada, Australia, and the UK. And businesses across the globe are accepting digital currencies as forms of payment. Microsoft just announced that it reprogrammed its key software to accept Bitcoin. You can now use Bitcoin to shop on Amazon. Dish Network accepts Bitcoin, as does Dell Computers and Whole Foods. The list goes on and on. Subway, Expedia, WordPress, Reddit, Virgin Galactic, OkCupid, Tiger Direct, CheapAir.com, Tesla, Wikipedia, Zanga, Etsy vendors, Overstock, Bloomberg, The Gap, GameStop, JCPenney, Europacific, SimplePay, Stripe, and Webjet. Every single one of these companies allows customers to use Bitcoin. It's plain to see that digital currencies are exploding in use, and the richest people in the world recognize the opportunity here. Mark Cuban just invested in digital currencies. Apple's Steve Wozniak just invested heavily in Bitcoin. Billionaire Mark Novogratz, chief investment officer at Fortress Macro Fund, called it the best investment of my life. But remember, for all the incredible growth we've seen, only 1 out of every 28,000 people own 1 Bitcoin. And Bitcoin still makes up only 0.011% of all global money transactions. We haven't even scratched the surface of how big this thing could be. Financial analyst Rick Falkvinge predicts a huge run from here. Each Bitcoin would be worth $100,000 at the low market cap and $1 million at the high market cap, he says. Some people say it's destined to go even bigger. McAfee founder John McAfee calculates the price of Bitcoin at $2.43 million in 3 years. And Bitcoin expert Trace Meyer shows if you move just 1% of offshore cash into Bitcoin, you are looking at $2.8 million per Bitcoin. I repeat, that's $2.8 million for one single Bitcoin. Yet, more than 99% of investors are still sitting on the sidelines. And they are going to watch the few people who act immediately collect all the rewards. Digital currencies are delivering profits like never before. And if you identify the right ones, you could make more money in a few months than you would in an entire lifetime of investing. Just look at Ethereum. It's now the second biggest digital currency behind Bitcoin. Ethereum is a form of smart money that has far more utility than traditional dollars, euros, or even gold. That utility is the very reason JP Morgan, Microsoft, and Intel backed it. Now, back in January 2016, Ethereum was trading for just 96 cents per coin. So you could have had 1,000 Ethereum coins for just $960. But here's what happened next. By April, it was up to $7.42. 1,000 coins equals $7,420. In September, it reached $12.68. 1,000 coins equaled $12,680. Come March 2017, it was up to $29.92. 1,000 coins equals $29,920. On May 22nd, coins traded for $186.89. 1,000 coins equals $186,890. And by June 13th, 2017, it peaked at $391.51. Your 1,000 coins would have grown from $960 to $391,510. That's an exceptional 40,682% return in 18 months. To give you some idea of just how crazy that is, consider this. Google's total return since it started trading is just 1,682%. Ethereum returned 24 times more profit in just 18 months. But here's the thing. What Ethereum experienced is just beginning in other digital currencies. We're seeing dozens of new coins explode in value very quickly. Take Ash, for example. It's a new coin that launched on April 1st, 2017. Almost nobody had ever heard of it, so it traded for just 2 cents per coin. At that price, you could have taken a flyer on it and purchased 5,000 coins for $100. Just 80 days later, Ash coins were trading 5,650% higher. And your single $100 bill would have grown to $5,750 in less than 3 months. Or take another digital currency like Fastcoin. In February 2017, it was so cheap that a tiny $100 investment landed you several thousand Fastcoins. All you had to do is leave those coins sitting in your account and wait. 4 months later, here's what happened. Your $100 had turned into $13,695. $500 would have been worth $68,475. And $1,000 would have grown to $136,950. Let me give you an even better example. One of the things I love about digital currencies is that they are so incredibly cheap. You can often buy thousands of coins for just a few $100s. And if those coins soar in value, you can become incredibly wealthy. Dubai Coin is a perfect example. It launched on March 7th, 2016. And at the time, every $1 got you more than 1,000 Dubai coins. So let's say you wanted to give it a shot and put $10 down. $10 bought you 10,941 coins. Then you forgot about them. You went about your business for more than a year until one day you check your account to find your $10 in Dubai coin is now worth $82,385. That's how powerful these digital currencies can be. A single $10 bill turns into nearly 100,000. And if you had decided to get a little more aggressive and invest, say, $200, you'd be sitting on $1.6 million today. I could name dozens of coins that delivered massive results like Quark, up 8,294%. WorldCoin, up 6,792%. Kryptonite, up 75,063%. Influx Coin, up 59,577%. $100 put into each of those digital currencies could have handed you a total of $150,126. Of course, you'd need excellent timing to get in at the beginning of all 4 of these, and not every digital currency is going to work out. But can you show me one other investment sector that gives you the chance to make so much while risking so little? Especially when you have access to someone like me, who identified these winners long before the mainstream media did. Only in digital currencies will a single $100 bill have the potential to make you rich. In fact, with Bitcoin itself, just $100 invested 7 years ago would be worth $75 million today. People's lives are changing very quickly because of digital currency profits. Take Charles St. Clair. He was working a boring banking job when he decided to invest $7,000 in Bitcoin. Since then, I've made a little more than $300,000, he says. Now Charles has quit his banking job to start his own business. Or look at Marcus Andrews. In 2 years, he turned $300 into $80,000 and counting. But he believes that Bitcoin still has a long way to go. We're still in the early adopters phase of the curve, he says. Once it goes mainstream, it's not anywhere close to this yet, the price should actually take off. Or take the story of Chris Hansen out of Norway. Back in 2009, he was writing a paper about new digital currencies. During his research, he discovered Bitcoin and bought just $27 worth. He promptly forgot about it and didn't even look at his account again until years later. By then, his $27 investment had grown to $886,000. he sold a fifth of it to buy a nice apartment in one of the wealthy areas of Norway's capital. These are stories you don't see in any market except digital currencies. $27 would never give you the chance to be a near millionaire in the stock market. My belief is that everyone should own at least one Bitcoin because, as the #1 digital currency, it has a real chance of going to $1 million. But you should also get in on those other digital currencies that can deliver even faster profits. And I've found several that I believe could return many times your money in the months ahead. But you must act quickly on this. Only 1 out of every 28,000 people own Bitcoin now, but that number will soon rise dramatically. Consider, in just the last month, 1 million new users joined the major Bitcoin exchange, Coinbase.com. People are finally waking up to the potential here. This is the last chance at the biggest profits, especially because a coming event is set to take every one of these digital currencies much higher. But before I get into that, let me explain exactly why digital currencies rise in value so quickly. It comes down to simple mathematics. You see, unlike paper currency, Bitcoin and other digital currencies have a fixed limit on the creation of new coins. They have to be mined by computers with very strong processors. And over time, the equation behind Bitcoin automatically cuts in half the production of new coins. So when Bitcoin first began, you could mine only 50 new Bitcoins at a time. Then it was cut in half to 25 Bitcoins. And in 2016, it was just 12.5. Creation of new coins will continue to get cut in half until it eventually hits 0. And after that, no new Bitcoins will be created ever. As TechCrunch reports, when the code for Bitcoin was written, it was designed to be a currency with no more than 21 million Bitcoins ever in circulation. That's 21 million Bitcoins max, which may sound like a lot. But of the 21 million possible coins, 16.5 million have already been mined and are in circulation. That means of all the Bitcoins there will ever be, 78.5% are already out there. Very few new Bitcoins will be created going forward. By comparison, the U.S. Bureau of Engraving and Printing prints up 541 million in new dollars each day. That's $197 billion each year. No wonder the dollar keeps dropping in value. So think about this from an investment perspective. With dollars, the government creates more and more every day, with no end in sight. With gold, yes, it has real value, but new gold can also be pulled out of the ground, and more is mined every year. 2,500 tons of it, in fact. But with Bitcoin, you know that once it hits the limit, no Bitcoin will ever be created again. That's why the price is going up so fast, and why it will go much higher still. As Bitcoin approaches its hard limit of 21 million coins, the price will really rocket higher. Transactions in Bitcoin have continued to rise very quickly. But right now, Bitcoin still makes up 0.011% of daily money transactions. For now, it's still in its infancy. But we calculate that if Bitcoin grows to just 1% of all transactions, which many experts think is conservative, it will have to rise to $227,272 per coin to meet the demand. If Bitcoin captures a mere 5% of daily transactions, it will rise to $1,136,000 per coin. That's why every investor should own at least one Bitcoin as part of their portfolio. Make no mistake, I don't believe you should plow everything you have into Bitcoin. But if you could buy one Bitcoin and give yourself the chance to see it grow to $1 million, it would be foolish to pass up that opportunity. Better yet, if you can identify 2 or 3 new digital currencies where you can put in $100 or even $10 and give yourself the chance to make hundreds of thousands, you absolutely should do it. And I can show you the 3 digital currencies with the best chance of success. But you need to act now to give yourself the chance at 100 times your money or better in just the next few months. It's happened over and over again already. Everyone is so focused on Bitcoin and Ethereum that they are often missing the smaller guys who are delivering huge profits. Decred coins are a prime example. They are designed to make it even easier to invest in and use digital currencies. It's now compatible with Windows, Mac, and Linux. In December, you could have collected Decred coins for just 42 cents each. You could have easily bought quite a few coins at that price. For example, with $500, you could have purchased 1,190 coins. Then all you had to do is sit back and enjoy the ride. 6 months later, Decred coins were $48 each. Your 1,190 coins that you got for just $500 were suddenly worth $57,142. That's a 6-month return of 11,328%. Or look at the story behind Gollum coins. Picture for a minute that it's the morning of January 1st, 2017. You wake up, go to your computer, and make a small purchase. You put $500 into the little-known digital currency called Gollum coins. At about 100 coins per dollar, your $500 gets you 54,513 coins. A big haul, especially considering what happened to those coins next. Little did you know that just a few months later, Gollum coins would be the 10th most valuable digital currency in the world. By mid-June, the price of the coins had increased more than 75-fold in price. And your $500 investment turned into $37,866. That's a return of 7,477% in 6 months. At a generous 10% per year, it would take you more than 45 years to match that return through the stock market. That's why digital currencies are so amazing right now. The prices are so low that they can multiply very quickly. And here's what else I really love about digital currencies. Even with $10, you can make some real money. Look at MaxCoin. On February 2nd, 2017, it was so cheap you could have received 31,645 MaxCoins for just $10. Of course, there is some risk there. MaxCoin at the time was an unknown digital currency, but hey, if you lose $10, I think you'll agree that it's no big deal. And with MaxCoin, you wouldn't have lost your $10. Far from it. 4 months later, it was trading more than 600 times higher. Your $10 would have grown to $6,055. Pretty amazing, I'd say. In what other investment sector could $10 hand you $6,000 in 4 months? Today, I've shown you dozens of examples where $10, $100, or $500 grew into huge fortunes. Yes, there is risk in digital currencies, and I wouldn't recommend anyone put in more than they can afford to lose. But when you can risk just $10 and still potentially come away with real money, there's no reason whatsoever to miss out on these opportunities. And remember, these gains came without almost any of the regular public knowing about them. Have you ever seen a news article about MaxCoin, Decred, Dubai Coin, or any of the other rare digital currencies I mentioned today? No, because they are still in the extreme early stages of their growth. The gains could get even bigger going forward. So now is the time to act. Again, I recommend that everyone own at least one Bitcoin, which could go to $1 million. And you're free to do whatever you like with the proceeds. Whether that's to buy a new house, like Chris Hansen did after he turned $27 into $886,000, or to quit a dull job, like Charles St. Clair did. He turned $7,000 into $300,000 and then decided to start his own business. One coin could give you the freedom to take control of your life. But if you continue sitting on the sidelines waiting to see what happens, you'll probably never achieve your dreams. You need to act before the September 1st, 2017 event that will kickstart even bigger profits. Here's why. I'll admit there is one major problem holding Bitcoin back. It's one of the reasons it's not trading even higher already. And that is that right now, there's a limit on how many transactions can take place each minute. It was built into the original code because nobody had any idea how big Bitcoin would become when it started. Right now, Bitcoin can handle about 240 transactions per minute. By comparison, PayPal can handle over 11,000 transactions per minute. In short, PayPal has the infrastructure to handle far more users than Bitcoin does. This is one of the key reasons why Bitcoin is only owned by 1 out of every 28,000 people so far. It's naturally limited, but that's about to change. A new update to the technology will increase the ability of Bitcoin to process far more transactions every minute. This will open up the doors to much more widespread use of Bitcoin and far more businesses accepting the currency worldwide. For example, 260,000 new businesses are now set up to accept Bitcoin going forward. This will increase demand for Bitcoin to an unprecedented level, and the price may never be as cheap again. That's why I recommend that you move just a small portion of your portfolio and buy 1 Bitcoin. You'll give yourself a real chance at $1 million without taking too much risk. I'd like to send you my new guide, How to Become the Next Bitcoin Millionaire. In the guide, I'll walk you through how to set up your Bitcoin wallet and purchase your first coin, or even a fraction of a coin if you want to start small. I'll answer the most common questions and show you how to get started in the simplest way possible. I can send it directly to your inbox in the next few minutes. But remember, this big change will also help other digital currencies increase in value even faster. We could see many go from just pennies to hundreds of dollars. And there are 3 digital currencies in particular that I consider to be must-own currencies. The chance to get 100x or even 1000x gains is real here. Remember, just this year we've seen 8,294% in Quark, 13,595% in Fastcoin, 5,683% in Ash, 8,313% in Mediterranean Coin, 5,248% in No Limit Coin, 6,045% in Max Coin, 7,477% in Golem Coins, 11,328% in Decred Coins, 6,792% in WorldCoin, 75,063% in Kryptonite, 59,577% in Influx Coin, and 823,750% in Dubai Coins. If you had risked just $10 in each of those 12 coins, you'd have $103,116 today. $100 in each, and your bank account would see an increase of $1,031,165. In other words, you could be a millionaire today. The key is simply identifying those with the biggest chance of success and putting small investments in each. So let me give you a few things I look for that help me identify the biggest winners. There are many new digital currencies launched every month in initial coin offerings, or ICOs. Often, the ICO is the time when you get in at the best prices, perhaps for just a few pennies. And as the Wall Street Journal reports, initial coin offerings are exploding in value. Now, they do move up and down, sometimes dramatically. It's not a straight shot up, and there are some currencies that are going to fail, just as there are some stocks that go bust. Some currencies are poorly run and aren't ready to handle very fast growth, while others will go up as much as 1,000x. So, we must avoid the losers and hit the winners. What I've done is built a system to identify the coins with the biggest chance of delivering 10, 100, even 1,000 times your money very quickly. There are 10 must-have conditions for a successful digital currency. 3 of them I can't reveal here. They are critical components to my system and I can't give them out. But the other 7 are very important. When a digital currency meets these conditions, it's a recipe for very fast growth. And I'll show you what they are. Digital currency condition number 1, an experienced development team. The primary coders behind the currency must be knowledgeable, competent, and serious about their mission. Digital currency condition number 2, a fair distribution structure. I only want to invest in coins that are available to investors at great prices. If the developers want to reward themselves with the bulk of coins, then I know it's unlikely to be a good deal. Digital currency condition number 3, wide use. This one is crucial. If nobody uses the coin, it's not likely to grow in value. But if its use is widespread, it's likely to go up very quickly. Digital currency condition number 4, scale. In order for these coins to grow in value, they have to be able to handle thousands of transactions. So I only look for coins that are prepared for a huge influx of users. Digital currency condition number 5, security. Between cyber attacks, identity theft, and government spying, it often seems like there is no privacy left. However, many digital currencies offer security and privacy unlike any other type of money, and the most secure digital currencies are the ones that often get the most users. Digital currency condition number 6, great price. I want to be able to get in very cheap. That way, I can put in just a few dollars and have the chance at a massive return in a short period. Digital currency condition number 7, social activity. It's very important to see how much people are talking about a new digital currency. If Bitcoin investors are discussing it heavily on message boards, if news organizations are writing articles about it, and if its Google searches are rising dramatically, that means word of mouth is spreading, and a big move is imminent. This one is absolutely vital and almost always leads to very big gains. Now, 3 digital currencies in particular fit my criteria right now. They are the types where you can put in $10 or $100 and still give yourself the chance for thousands in reward. And I've put together a new dossier detailing each one. It's called How to Score a Massive Fortune on the Next 3 Digital Currency Superstars. My manual will give you the names of the 3 currencies, it will explain how to buy them, how to mitigate risk, and how long you should hold on before exiting with a profit. You'll get details on one new digital currency that experts say could be worth more than Bitcoin very soon. Inc. calls it a grand slam for tech, and companies all over the country are starting to use this digital currency. In fact, 86 big corporations recently signed on to an agreement to use it. And Barclays even started using this same type of technology in its own trading. It's been called the next hot thing in cryptocurrencies and the digital currency of the moment. The bottom line is, you need to get a few dollars into it today. But in my guide, How to Score a Massive Fortune on the Next 3 Digital Currency Superstars, you'll also get access to 2 more. It's the second one I'm most excited about. For as much as I love Bitcoin, this second digital currency I'm recommending could eventually overtake it in value. That means it has a chance to go to $1 million as well, but from a much lower starting point. And that means higher profit potential for you. This could be one that turns every $100 into $1 million or more. Why? Because this digital currency has proven it's possible to transfer money at perhaps the fastest pace ever, and with the lowest costs. In May, the first ever Lightning transfer was completed using this currency to send money between Zurich and San Francisco in a fraction of a second. And why is that important? Imagine for a second that you're a Wall Street trader and you need to make trades and transfer cash as fast as possible. Now imagine that by using this digital currency, you can speed up that process up to the fastest ever completed. You'd have a huge trading advantage. And that's why I expect this digital currency to become widely used in the months ahead. I'll explain the easy way to buy this coin in my report. Plus, there's a third digital currency I want to tell you about as well. This one is the most speculative, but it also has the highest profit potential. Currently, it trades for just around 15 cents per coin. So, every $100 you invest would get you 667 coins. The goal of the developers of this currency is to create new money based on financial freedom and decentralization. And it's catching on fast. The developers just announced a $40 million global development plan, and they just partnered with the group that built Australia's largest Bitcoin exchange. This gives them access to the biggest growth markets for digital currencies in Asia. Users are soaring. The price recently doubled in 1 week. But it's not even close to where it's going. It could go up 100-fold and still be considered cheap. You'll find out everything you need to know in my report. And I'll send it to you free right now, along with my other report, How to Become the Next Bitcoin Millionaire. All I ask is that you give me the chance to prove how valuable my work is. Remember, I've already personally made more than 600%, 1,981%, and 3,500% by trading digital currencies. So I've made it my mission to spread the good word and show everyone the importance of this new market. That's why, as the co-founder of Early Investing, I created a new research service that helps subscribers identify the biggest and fastest profit opportunities outside of the stock market. It's called First Stage Investor. The goal of the service is simple. I want to help you get in on these digital currencies in the first stage before the biggest profits are taken. Each month in First Stage Investor, I'll talk about new opportunities outside the stock market. I'll tell you about digital currencies trading for just a few pennies that months later could be trading for several dollars or even hundreds of dollars. I'll walk you through how to set up your digital wallet, how to spread your small investments in the most profit-packed opportunities, and I'll alert you when it's time to cash out. But that's not all. With First Stage Investor, I also like to show people how to get in on tiny private companies that offer gains you just can't find in the stock market anymore. I'm talking about companies like Airbnb, up 1,009%, WeWork, up 1,043%, Stripe, up 1,624%, Dropbox, up 1,547%, Spotify, up 750%, Razer, up 1,100%. Many of the biggest gains have moved outside the public markets and into the private markets. But until recently, the SEC mandated that only high net worth individuals could get stakes in private startups. However, with the Jobs Act, Congress finally made it possible to get in on some of these types of plays without being an accredited investor. Now, there's no doubt that in the private equity and digital currency markets, you'll find risky investments. I go into these markets both eyes open, knowing that not everything will work out. However, I believe the chance to put a few $100s and make perhaps millions far outweighs the risk. Because the profits here will be unlike anything we've seen in stocks, perhaps ever. Digital currencies today, trading for just a few pennies, could be the next Bitcoin or Ethereum. They could see 10,000% returns or more in just a matter of months. And now is the time to get some skin in the game. Click the button below to take me up on my offer. You'll get my initial Bitcoin startup guide, How to Become the Next Bitcoin Millionaire, and you'll also get my second manual, How to Score a Massive Fortune on the Next 3 Digital Currency Superstars. Whether you want to put in $10, $100, or $500, this is a chance to make anywhere from 10x to 1,000x on the explosive new world of digital currencies. Both of these reports are available for free today. And all I ask in return is that you give me the chance to prove my worth to you with my First Stage Investor service. Plus, I have a few extra bonus reports I've just put together. Each one outlines a new private investing opportunity outside the stock market. Let me give you the details. Bonus report number 1. How to invest in the next billion-dollar startup without being accredited. There are ways to get in on the fastest growing companies, often with as little as $100. My partner Andy Gordon and I have put together a new report showing you how to get in on exciting new startups like Dropbox, now worth $10 billion, Spotify, now worth $8.5 billion, or Airbnb, which is now worth $31 billion. No doubt, you've heard about these companies and their massive growth. We'll show you how to get the chance at these huge gains very early in the first stage of development. My latest online investing guide, The Best Places to Invest Online, Portals to Find High-Quality Equity Crowdfunding Deals, is available now, and I'd like to add it free of charge to everything I'm going to send you today. But second, I'd also like to give you my latest report. Bonus report number 2. How to build a multi-million-dollar portfolio entirely tax-free. This one is really shocking. I couldn't believe it myself when I first discovered it. Normally, capital gains are taxed at least 15%, and sometimes as high as 39% if they are short-term. But with startup investing, there is a way to pay zero federal taxes on your profits. The details are covered in Section 1202 of the Internal Revenue Code. There are 6 specific rules you have to follow, For example, you can skip paying taxes only on gains of less than $10 million. Anything more than that is not exempt. You also have to have purchased the investment after September 27, 2010, which shouldn't be a problem. This incredible tax loophole is just one more reason we believe that so many investors are finding private investing to be far more rewarding than the public stock markets are. On a $1 million capital gain, this loophole could save you anywhere from $150,000 to $396,000. It's well worth it, and I've detailed what you need to know, including the 6 requirements you should follow. You'll find out how to collect these tax-free gains in my new report, How to Build a Multi-Million-Dollar Portfolio Entirely Tax-Free. And there's one last report I'd like to add today. Bonus report number 3, How to Find Your Own Winning Private Early Stage Opportunities. This report will show you the 10 key rules to investing in startups. You'll see the secret to minimizing risk, the single approach that maximizes profits, the 2-question test to identify a true winner, how to track and follow the most successful private investors, and much more. This report is also yours free today. In total, then, you'll get how to become the next Bitcoin millionaire, how to score a massive fortune on the next 3 digital currency superstars, the best places to invest online, portals to find high-quality equity crowdfunding deals, how to build a multi-million-dollar portfolio entirely tax-free, and how to find your own winning private early-stage opportunities. Plus, as part of First Stage Investor, you'll receive daily access to my market updates. I'll keep you apprised of any news in the digital currency markets, and if new private investing opportunities pop up, I'll send an alert directly to your email. And you'll know anytime something big and new is about to alter the markets in a meaningful way. Look, anybody out there can tell you why the Dow is up 50 points or down 70. They can tell you that Apple barely missed earnings, or that Google just captured 1% more market share. That stuff is important if you're trying to land 7 or 8% growth in your portfolio each year. But that's not what we're about at First Stage Investor. Our goal is to identify major new trends in the markets. These are opportunities that start very small and grow very big fast. Our goal is to hit 10-bagger, 100-baggers, and even rare 1,000-baggers. So watch your inbox. This is exciting stuff, and it moves quickly. And when I say all of this, I'm not speaking hypothetically. I invest in these areas with my own money. As I've mentioned, I've been up more than 5,000% in private stocks. I've already made more than 3,500% on a single digital currency. And I went big with a $5,000 investment in another that's now worth almost $100,000 total. The opportunities are there, but you have to reach out and grab them right from the beginning. So here's how you can join me in the next big profit run. One thing I love about digital currencies is the fact that you can get in cheap for as little as $10 and make a great deal of money, especially since the upcoming event is likely to shoot prices of Bitcoin and other digital currencies much higher. And I've taken that same approach to First Stage Investor. I don't want it to be available only to the wealthy. I want everyone to enjoy these opportunities. That's why the retail price for First Stage Investor is just $149. But the coming event has me especially excited, and I don't want anyone to miss out on this unprecedented opportunity. That's why, for today, the price to join will be just $49. That's less than $1 per week. For that, you'll get everything I promised you in this presentation. I can't imagine making a better offer. If $1 per week is too much, then I just can't help you. In fact, at that price, we actually lose money. We spend more money on printing issues, running our servers, and paying our research and customer service teams than we make in revenue. So why do we do it? Because I believe that once you get a taste of the extreme fun and excitement of fast run-ups in digital currencies, you'll stay with me for life. If I fail, I know you won't. But that's the risk I'm willing to take because I believe so strongly that I can help you. And in fact, I want the risk to be 100% on my shoulders. That's why today I want to offer you the most extensive guarantee we've ever put out there. I want to give you the entire year, that's 365 days, to see how well I deliver with First Stage Investor. If my research doesn't help you score 10x, 50x, or 100x winners, just let my team know and we will return every penny of your subscription cost. That's my promise to you. All the risk is on us, where it ought to be. It's as fair a deal as I can offer. I'm only making it because I've never seen such a promising new opportunity as what's going on in the digital currency markets. Every single person out there should own at least one Bitcoin. It very well could go to $1 million after the upcoming event. But the 3 digital currencies I'm recommending to you could deliver even faster. Remember, I've shown you gains ranging from 5,248% in No Limit Coin to 823,750% in Dubai Coin. Don't wait on the sidelines while a few lucky people get rich. At the very least, promise me you'll consider putting in $10. Give yourself a chance, because we may never see profits like this again. Every one of my promised reports is free to receive. All you have to do is take me up on my risk-free offer to try out First Stage Investor. You'll have my 365-day guarantee backing you up all the way. You have so much to gain here and so little to lose. The moment you subscribe, you'll get access to all 5 promised reports. And from there, the excitement begins. Just click the button below and let me know you want every report in your hands right away, and I will deliver them to you immediately. Looking forward to big profits.